Welcome to Grade 12 University Writers Craft. I'm your instructor, Kyle Geerlings. So anything that you submit, any questions that you have, any feedback that you receive from the course, it'll all be coming from me. The purpose of this video is really just to overview Brightspace D2L for those of you who haven't used it, or maybe those of you who have used it in school. It's a little different with the e-learning courses, so I really wanted to go over some of the major aspects of it. The first thing I want to explain is the homepage, which is what you're looking at right now. Every time the course loads in, it'll load into this. Any major news items will be posted here. This one will always be at the top, the welcome to the course piece, just because there is continuous intake. There's always going to be people joining the course. Any other pertinent information like due dates or when course shutdowns, which happen from time to time, will be posted right here. You have my office hours. I am teaching in a regular high school environment normally, so Monday to Friday, usually I'm checking my email somewhere in there. I'll be able to get back to you pretty quickly throughout the week. And on weekends, Sunday night specifically, I'll be able to answer any questions, and I'll be responding to you then. You also have the Twitter feed on here. So, and again, usually Jella's pretty quick at responding to if there's an outage or anything like that. It'll be posted on there. You also have access to Office 365 as a Grand Erie student. So that gives you access to Word, PowerPoint, all those good things. Specifically Word for this course was obviously going to be really essential. So you can go to microsoftonline.com and sign in using your Grand Erie email and password, and you have full access to those things, right down to being able to actually install them on your computer. If you have questions about that, you can always email me. So the other major link that I want to get into is the students link. Now you will not see this edit course. It's only popping up because as the teacher, I'm able to have that button. It won't pop up for you though. So when we click on student links, 4 things pop up. The ePortfolio, we really don't have to worry about too much for this course. You won't have to, you can always use it if you wanted to. It allows you to store documents and things like that. But you can also use OneDrive a little more effectively for it, or your own computer, obviously. So we don't have to worry too much about that. For content, that's where you're going to always click to get into the course, get into the lessons, and actually get into the assignments. Dropbox is where you're going to go to submit assignments to me as well. The other really good advantage of Dropbox is it shows you all of the assignments for the entire course. So it gives you a feel for where you are in the course and how much you have left. And finally, grades. Obviously, that's where you're going to see any feedback from me, both written feedback as well as specific grades as well. And we're going to come back to that in a little bit. So let's click on content. Now this will automatically boot us into the actual course. Now I need to note, again, you won't see all of this right away. The course is designed to unlock as you go, just like in a normal classroom environment where we do lessons and then you do an assignment and then the next assignment builds on that. The idea is the course builds on the learning. So when we look, for example, at Unit 1, you will only see Activity 1 pop up. Once you've completed all the assignments for Activity 1, automatically Activity 2 will generate. So it will unlock as you go. The other nice thing there is you won't get lost in the course. Sometimes I've had students try and bounce around, and it isn't really effective and conducive to learning. I do really encourage you to look through the course information and student information. It's got a lot of great things, especially for those of you who are new to e-learning. It goes over who this random voice is that's speaking to you under Meet the Teacher, frequently asked questions, has lots of great stuff as well. Yeah, so just to be clear too, when we go into an actual, let's go into Activity 1, first thing you're going to be working on today, this pops up, and these are your major tabs. The overview and expectations really just go over like the curriculum and things like that. Content is really just another word for lesson. So it's really important that you go through this and watch the videos, read through all the pieces. This is as if you're sitting in class learning about it. And then finally you go to assignment, and there may be a couple different assignments that you need to complete. Some will be ones that you submit to Dropboxes. Others will be discussions where you're posting into a discussion board where someone else might be able to see what you're working on, depending on how many people are in the course at once. All right, finally, when we go to Dropbox, again, this overviews all of the major assignments. First thing you might immediately notice, Unit 1 is much larger than all of the other units. I want to note that because I don't want you to get around here and think, oh my gosh, I can't do this. This is, if I have 4 more units of this, it's such a long course. It's not. It actually gets smaller and smaller as you go. So once you're through unit 1, you're through the longest unit of all. Unit 2 actually is poetry, and it goes incredibly quickly. So don't worry too much about that. Unit 1 is just that long piece, and it's important because it sets the stage for your writing. It goes over um, MLA formatting, it goes over plagiarism, all of the major writing pieces that I need to establish right off the bat. Okay, so the only other thing I wanted to talk about was grading. Not all of these assignments count towards your final grade. Just like in school, there is formative work or practice work, where you might be practicing towards something and then finally working towards a summative piece. Anything that has a star beside it in Dropbox is going to be something that is graded and is counted towards your mark. For these assignments, you'll get full feedback and actually get a mark out of 100. The rest of them, I won't always be responding with feedback. You won't get a mark for them. If I see that there's something wrong or I might have some suggestions for you in your writing, I will give you feedback, but these ones aren't specifically marked. Only the summative pieces will be as well. But again, if I notice something along the way, like if you're in activity 4 and something really seems off, again, I'll email you and also respond as part of the Dropbox feedback. Okay, so that concludes the overall tour of our course. If you have any other specific questions, feel free to email me. Thanks.